There we go. So, like I said, band or towel. We're just gonna do a quick shoulder floss. So, I'm gonna grab my band or towel and I want like a V, you know, my arms. And I want to keep my hands and arms, so I'm gonna keep my elbows and arms straight. And I'm just gonna go up as far as I can, which is not very far right now, but it changes. That's why we're calling it a floss, because I'm just gonna floss those shoulders until I can get behind my back. Sometimes you can't, but you can always gain mobility. Let's move back a bit. Ooh, that's a tatum. Tatum. Wow. So a lot of the times when you get tight shoulders, you get all these knots in the back, all around your rotator cuff, and really tight traps. See, I'm compensating and bending my arms a little bit. And it's because your pecs are tight, your chest, from doing push-ups, or if you have the kind of job where you sit at a computer all day and your hands are out front, or if you work in a job where you carry a tray out front, or if you like to do a lot of Christmas baking, I find that affects it too, so this is for that. So there, see, I'm gaining range of motion as I go. Almost there. So we'll start at the top of our bodies and work our way down to those naughty hips. Those mean hips. They're always mean to me. All right, a couple more of these. One more. This is a really good way to stretch the front of those shoulders and where your chest meets your armpit or shoulder. Okay, so we're going to use this band or towel in a bit, so just have it handy for when you're on the floor. And for now, we're going to just do a little bit of a neck stretch. So I'm going to take my right arm, put it behind my back, and then I'm going to put my left ear towards the left shoulder, and I'm going to use that hand a little bit, but I don't like to use a lot of force when it comes to the neck or any muscles. You know how far you can go. Okay, push your ear into the hand. Don't hold your breath. You're gonna take a nice deep breath. Push that ear towards the ceiling, right? Into the hand. All right, and now I'm going to take my chin and face and just tilt a little bit forward. Back to center. Let's take our left hand and forearm and put it behind our back. Right ear goes towards the right shoulder, and we're just going to gently put that hand on the ear or head and get a little extra stretch. Then I'm going to push that ear into my hand. All right, good. Deep breath in, let it go, push that ear up towards the ceiling. Now my face and chin, I'm going to slightly bring forward. And breathe. Excellent, crazy. I'm just going to turn that music down just a smidge. Just a smidge. All right, so chin to chest. Run my hands slowly, nice soft knees, you don't have to be perfectly straight, down towards the floor. Oh, those hammies. That's from yesterday. That was a fun workout. I'm just gonna hang. My arms are gonna hang. And then I'm gonna put my hands on my elbows. And then let my elbows hang. And then I'm gonna turn my body side to side like I'm doing a rainbow or half circle. Side to side. I'll come back to center. Slowly come back up. Trying to stack the vertebrae one at a time. Click, click, clickety click. Put my hands behind my back. I'm going to hold my hands. Hold my own hands. And then I'm going to go back down. And I'm going to let those hands hang so gravity can stretch those shoulders. And you can have a bit of soft knees. You don't have to have perfectly straight knees. You don't want to hyperextend them. Back up. There we go. Just nice shoulder roll. Crunch, crunch, crunch. For me, it's a crunch, crunch, crunch. Scar tissue tight. Let's go forward now. Roll. This is a perfect way for me to start my day. Okay, put your arms in the shape of a goalpost. We're just going to turn our upper body side to side, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle, see? Alright, so now we've kind of worked our way down the neck, the shoulders, to the thoracic spine, which is where the ribs are. I'm going to walk down, so I'm going to inchworm down into a plank position. So I'm going to go down, put my hands on the floor, walk forward into a plank position. Now, you can either drop to your knees and have a 90-degree angle, or stay in a plank. Take your left foot, put it beside your left hand. Like so. Remember I said you could have your back knee down. Still do it that way. Okay? Then you're going to take your left hand, you're going to loop it under your arm, and then turn your body and reach for the ceiling and look at your hand as it's reaching for the ceiling. And then do it again. Loop under and twist. This is a really good way to stretch the hip and the thoracic spine. A little bit of subtlety of building up that upper body strength. We're just thinking about lengthening. So reach that hand far to the ceiling. Come back down. There you go. All right. Now, if you haven't already dropped your knee, or if you don't already have your knee on the floor, put it down now. Go up into a 90-90 position. Sometimes if you have a sensitive knee, you might want to put a pillow under your knee or a towel. You might have that towel handy if you're not using a band. And I just want you to shift your knee forward, stretch that hip. Now, I want a straight spine, so let's bring that chest up. And you're trying to push this hip on that back leg forward, okay? So, back to a 90-90 angles, push your hip forward. So it's almost like a pelvic tilt, right? Then, because my right leg is in the back, I'm going to take my right arm, put it straight up, and then I'm going to push that hip outside towards push it right and tilt that pelvis and push that hip forward. So now we're stretching the quad and the hip. back to center. We're gonna take this front leg and we're gonna bend it 45 degrees and lay it on the floor. So now, when I straighten that back right leg, I'm gonna have my left heel is gonna actually be right under my right hip. I'm gonna lie right down and stretch. Just stretching the butt cheeks from all those lunges we did yesterday. If you were here yesterday, it was a 30-minute burn. I woke up yesterday, my back was mad. And I almost considered not doing my workout yesterday, but so I tried to do stuff without any weights in my hands, just body weight, and I felt my back felt better after, so just got blood pumping. You know your body, so you know what you can do and what you can't do. Deep breath in, sink into the floor. I'm going to slide my hands up, bring that leg. So now I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to take that left leg, I'm going to put it out to my side, straight out to the side, and then rock forward and back. I just want to stretch that inner hamstring. And if you're able to go into child pose in this position, or you could use your hands and like support your body. Put that foot out to the side. I probably should have a different position so you can see what the heck I'm doing here. There we go. So you could just go and sit on that heel and stretch that foot out to the side. So now we're just stretching the inside of the thigh. And if you can, go into child pose with those hands out front. Sure feel that inner hammy stretching it up. All right, back onto your hands and knees. You could either stay in this position or you can go back into that high plank and then bring your right foot up beside that right hand. There we go. I'm going to take my right hand, loop it under my left arm, and then twist towards the ceiling. Reach that hand up. Twist. So you can still have that back knee down if you need. You're still stretching that thoracic spine and the hip. Gotta set ourselves up for a fantastic weekend. Nice stretched out bodies. It's called thread the needle. When I reach for the ceiling, I try long arm, look at my fingertips. Alright, put that hand down. You can drop that back knee down. We're going to take that front leg, go to a 45-degree angle. Lie right down on it. So now my right heel is right where my left hip is. And we're going to stretch right out. back up on my hands. You want to do that 90-90 position. So my right foot's in the front. Come up. Nice, beautiful 90-degree angles. And I want to push that left hip forward. So you could really just move that knee forward if you needed. Or let's try something a little more exciting. I'm gonna turn my hip bone towards my face. So as soon as I do that pelvic tilt in this position, you're gonna feel a pull in those quads. Then imagine pushing that hip forward. Probably your knee is not gonna go very far, because now we got the pelvic tilt, we're pushing the hip forward, and then I'm gonna go even further and take my left hand and put it straight up, and I'm gonna push my hip out to the left, while I still have that pelvic tilt and the hip pushed forward. It's a really good hip stretch. And it takes some balance. Don't forget to breathe. All right, back to center. And now I'm going to put my hands and knees down. And I'm going to take that right leg, and put it straight out so the inside of my foot's on the floor. I'm going to rock forward and back and forward. Eventually, we'd like to end up in a child pose position. Everybody's different. Maybe bending your knee and leg like that is not comfortable. Or maybe it's a challenge to hold your body weight up. You've got knotty shoulders. You could take your hands back and go all the way back and allow yourself to sit on that foot. But just keep the inside of your foot on the floor still, right? Because we're stretching that inner thigh. And if you could put your hands out front. Now this side, my meniscus is knotty, so I actually don't like to put too much weight on that leg. So I take my time and stretch the arms out. And I breathe. Another adaptation is you could just do the rocking forward and back. Nice gentle stretch on that inner hamstring. We will stretch the hamstrings again, so no worries. To our 90-90 hip stretch on the floor. For some reason you can't do this, you can do a pinwheel and just do a circular movement or lean in different directions, stretching all the angles of your hips. Otherwise we want 90 and 90 angles. So I want 90 degrees behind each knee. I want the back leg going out straight out to my side, not up, down. Everything's 90. Okay, we're going to take our chest and attempt to put it on our shin. And the closer you get to that foot, the bigger the stretch. And breathe. up. I'm going to take my upper body and put it on the outside of this knee. And then I'm going to twist away and look off to my side. And I'm going to twist my body the opposite direction and look out to this side knee. I'm going to lean that torso in. I got my hand on my knee. I'm actually pulling my body towards that knee. Wow, my hips must be pretty tight because I keep catching my body trying to lose the angles. Lose the angles. All right, let's twist. Go for that back foot. Just reaching my hands and my body and my shoulder. I'm leaning it towards that back foot. Okay, let's check our angles again. Okay, so I'd like you to take this back knee and push it into the floor. And then I want you to turn your body away again. Push it into the floor, that back knee. Push. Twist. And then you can either put both your hands beside the knee or behind your back. You're going to push that knee into the floor and lift the foot up. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Barely lifted that foot. See, when you don't have stretched out muscles and you have tight muscles, you have weak muscles. Okay, let's put that foot down. I want you to lift the whole leg up. You might get a cramp. It's possible. All right, put the leg down. Some people go, ah, when I do that stretch. Okay, let's switch sides, shall we? Good shape here. All right, here we go. 90-90, the beginning position. Chest on shin. Best you can, as close to that foot as you can. Here we go. Deep breath in. I used to be able to stretch this out a lot better, but you know, tighter. I should be doing these stretches twice a week now. I used to, once a week was always enough. I'm almost thinking twice a week now, especially in the winter. I tend to stay indoors more. Okay, I'm going to sit up. Take my hands and twist my body away, stretch. Then twist my body the other way, grab that knee and pull that torso up and my chest and everything, shoulders towards that outside knee. I'm feeling that in many places. Lower back, my hips. Leg. All right, let's grab for that back foot. Ah! Whew. This one I'm feeling up my back. Crazy. You're gonna feel it, everyone feels it in different places. It's very rare everyone feels it the same. Reach. Okay, push that back knee into the floor and twist your body again away. Twist. Use your hands and twist that body away, facing the opposite direction. Keep that knee pushed in. And don't forget to breathe. Nice deep breath in. Let go. Come back. You can either put your hands beside that front knee or behind your back. Push that knee into the floor and lift the back foot up. And the more you try and push your shoulder back, the more you're going to feel that. Foot down, lift up the whole leg. Yep, that's a good one. Good job. All right. Let's put the bottoms of our feet together. Now, we're going to do a hip release on the wall. If you can't do this hip release, it's actually what it's going to do is give you more range of motion and loosen up those hip flexors and relieve lower back pain. But for some reason you can't do that stretch, I want you to repeat that 90-90 hip stretch we just did. Okay? But let's just be mindful of where our knees are right now. Put your hands on your feet and pull your body forward. All right. Deep breath in, and when you let the breath go, pull forward. All right, so I see where my hips are based on how low my knees are. They're not so happy. All right, so I have to need, yeah, my vocabulary is off today. I need to put my head towards a wall because I'm going to use the wall for leverage with my arms. So I'm going to lie on my back and put my head, the top of my head towards the wall. And if you're not doing that one, you're going to be doing the 90-90 hip stretch we just did. All right, so lie down. I can't believe I've found that this one works so well. That's why I've added it into a couple of our classes here until we learn it, and then you can do it on your own whenever you like. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm lying on my back. My head's just, probably 5 inches from the wall. I get a 90-degree angle with those elbows. I'm going to push my fists into the wall. So now I'm giving myself leverage so my core is nice and strong, and I'm pushing my lower back into the floor. So I'm going to lift those knees up to 90 degrees and keep my back pushed in the floor. Otherwise, you might feel it in your lower back. You want to have that strong tummy. Okay, so leverage. I'm going to take my right leg, I'm going to straighten it out, not touch the floor, and turn it out to the side, hovering above the floor. Straight leg, out to the side, push, come back to center, and bring that knee back up to 90 degrees. Take a deep breath. Give yourself the leverage with those fists again, because it's a lot of core work. Straighten that leg, hovering, and then out to the side. Here we go. Again, back to center, back up. Let's do it again. Leverage, push, out to the side, back in. Just hovering just above the floor. Here we go, one more time. Stretch out. Out to the side. And back to center, back in. All right, still got those nice angles with my feet and knees. I'm gonna push my fists in Push my back into the floor, and then I'm gonna let my knees drop out to the sides. I'm gonna let gravity open those hips up. This actually really works your tummy because you are constantly strengthening that core and your pelvic floor at the same time. Come on, let's go. Knees back in. Let's put our feet down. Give yourself just a little break. And we're going to do the left leg. All right, knees up. Fists into the wall. Push your back into the floor. Let's lower that left leg down. Hover and out to the side. Hold. Back to center. Bring it back up. I can feel all the stuff that my lower back's been mad about at this moment. Okay, so that's why I want to have a strong tummy when I do this. Straighten the leg, out to the side, stretch, back to center, back up. And again, strengthen, lower, out, back in. And again, straighten, lower, out to the side, hold, push them, hip out, back to center, back in. All right, position yourself, nice 90-degree angles. Push those fists into the wall, strengthen your lower back, and let those knees drop out. Come on, gravity. Fix my hips. Bring your knees back in. Hug them to your chest. Now, if you were doing the 90-90 hip stretch, because you didn't think you could do this one, we're just going to transition into another lower back stretch where we're going to open up L4, 5, and your SI. So, if you were doing the 90-90 hip stretch, I want you to lie on your back now. Go into a ball like I am. Now I want you to put your hands on the back of your legs, the back of your thighs, and pull those knees into your chest. And I want you to pull the knees apart and into your chest. So pull those knees apart, down towards your chest. This is going to release those lower back vertebrae, stretch them out a bit. It's just a really safe way to stretch your lower back. Because even with child pose, you're doing child pose and stretching your lower back, you don't have as much control because your whole body weight is down there pushing more. So now you have control. So let's pull those knees down more and apart more. And breathe. Now if you can, I would like you to take your hands, put them on the outside of your feet, move your knees apart and pull them down. And breathe. This is such a weird stretch, but man, does it feel nice on the back. Knees apart and down. Pull. So now, because you're pulling and you're not lying on your legs, you have more control about that, how you stretch that lower back. Find your sweet spot. Move those legs, feet apart. Pull those knees down. Deep breath in. Good job. Deep down, nice and slow. We're going to be rolling onto our side. How much time do I have? I don't want to run out of time. I have so much to do with you. Okay, eye on your side. Knees and hips are parallel, right? So I'm going to just support my head and my neck. I'm going to put my thumb facing the floor. I'm going to do a half circle or the shape of a rainbow. And only go as far as your arm allows and then come back to front again until, just like that shoulder flossing, we want to work our way to going all the way behind. And keep your thumb towards the floor in the back, half circle. So you actually have to turn your wrist to make that happen. All the way to the front and then again to the back. Whee. Good times. Hey, remember when we stretched our shoulders? I need to get out more. Just a couple of these. They're called a shoulder sweep. So if you ever have stiff, tight shoulders, this is the one to do. When I had tore my rotator cuffs, this was the one that brought me back. Brought my shoulders back, gave me back my mobility. All right. Hand down. I'm going to take my bottom arm that was supporting my head. I'm going to put it on my top knee, and then that bottom leg, I'm actually going to straighten out. So now my top knee is on the floor, and that hand is going to keep it there. And then my arm is going to go to a goalpost position, my top arm. And then I'm going to twist my body and let that arm hang in a goalpost 90-degree position, because we're trying to loosen up our thoracic spine and stretch our shoulder. Deep breath in. Keep that knee on the floor. It's going to try and lift up. It's a cheater. Depending on your mobility, you could almost pretty much have your arm on the floor. Or your arm is hanging there. But if you lay here long enough, you can get your arm to the floor. Deep breath in. Let those muscles go. Relax. This is the good part of your day. Relaxing. Nothing else matters in this moment except your stretching. All the blood and oxygen that's pumping through your body. Deep breath in. Just let go. Now if you can, just roll right onto your back. Put both your arms in a goalpost position. And then I want you to just stretch your neck a bit and turn your head side to side, lowering that ear towards the floor. Stretch your neck. It's a really safe way to stretch your neck because now your spine is supported fully. Stretch side to side. All right. We're going to switch to the other side now. So, knees and hips. Parallel. All right. Support that neck. Thumb towards the floor. Let's do the shoulder sweep. If you can only go to your ear, that's okay. Come back to front. Do it again. Eventually, you will work out more range of motion so you can go behind your back. You do not go across your body. This is a half circle. that bottom arm and put it on my knee and then straighten that bottom leg down. Here we go. Okay. Hold that knee to the floor. Goal post. Drop. Twist and drop. Keep the knee to the floor. Ooh, this side's way tighter. I'm just going to give my body oxygen and taking a deep breath. While we're hanging here, let's do a anti-stress breathing technique. Here we go. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to wring those lungs out when we do this. Okay, again, if you're sitting in traffic or anything like that and you're feeling stressed, just try this with me. Here we go. Breathe, deep breath in. 2, 3. Hold. 2, 3. Let the breath out. 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in, deep breath. Fill up those lungs. Fill up your tummy. Hold that breath. 2, 3. Let it go. 2, 3, 4. One last time. Deep breath in. 2, 3. Hold. 2, 3. Let it go. 2, 3, 4. Wow. I'm still waiting for my arm to get close to the floor. I don't know. I'd have to lay here for quite some time. We only have so much time in this class. Like a minute. What? Dang it. All right. You don't have to stay for this extra couple of minutes because the class is almost over, but I do like to stretch that inner hamstring because it affects your sciatic. So let's just quickly do the hamstrings on each side. I got my band or towel, put it on my foot. I'm going to stretch that leg straight out and then up. My other knee is bent. My left knee is bent. My right leg is straight. Just stretch. And as always, breathe. All right. Let's lower the leg down. Straighten the left leg. Bring that right leg right back up. Push your heel towards the ceiling. Stretch that calf. And breathe. 1. I'm going to put my left arm to my side so I can anchor my body, so I can drop my leg straight out to my side. And this is the main reason we need this band, is to support that leg. Stretch. We're just letting gravity do all the work. Thank you, gravity. I'm going to take the band off, legs straight up, both arms out at my side, and I'm dropping that leg across my body towards the floor. Shoulders down, flat on the floor, right? It's the lower body that's twisted. Let's come back to center. Now you can do a slower version of this on your own, but I like to show you and do as much as we can to support a fabulous Christmas and weekend. So now I'm putting that band on my left leg, bringing it straight up, stretching that back of my leg, my hamstrings. If you push your heel towards the ceiling, you're going to get a nice calf stretch out of it. Take a breath. Let it go. 1, Lower the leg to the floor. Straighten the other leg. Bring it right back up. Push the heel towards the ceiling. Stretch that calf. Stretch that hammy. Deep breath in. Let it go. Anchor your right arm straight out so you can drop that left leg out to the side. Stretching that knotty inner thigh / hammy that causes all that sciatica, especially if you do a lot of sitting in a chair or a desk. This is a great stretch for that. You can just feel that slight pull on the inside. That's why I have that band, because you don't want to, when you have a really tight muscle, you don't want to just go all the way and force it. You have to be gentle. Deep breath in, let it go. That's right. You can feel the progress. All right, take the band off. Both arms out at your side. Drop that leg across your body towards the floor. Keeping your shoulders square, but letting the body twist towards the floor, the lower body. Oh, I actually touched the floor today. That's progress. Yay. That means my thoracic spine's being nice to me today. And then I'm going to sit up on my butt, and I just want to do a quick hip check to see if I got any progress on those knees, which I did. I can see that they're just, it's slight, but they are much lower than they were before. I'd say a couple inches. Grab your toes, go forward, stretch. We hold a lot of our tension in our hips. And then while you got your hands on your feet, if you want, you can push your elbows down on those legs and just give yourself a little more of a stretch on those hips. And I kept you a little bit extra because I'm a meanie, you know. I just felt like we needed that little bit of extra today. Yay! Stop-a-doodle-doo.